DP World Tour Championship, Danny Willett ends title drought with victory in European Tour finale in Dubai. Former Masters champion Danny Willett secured his first title since Augusta 2016 as he held off Patrick Reed to win the DP World Tour Championship in Dubai. Willett carded a final round of 68 at Jumeirah Golf Estates to finish 18 under par, 2 shots ahead of fellow Englishman Matt Wallace and current Masters champion Patrick Reed. The 31-year-old from Sheffield had not tasted victory since winning his first major title at Augusta National and had slumped from a career high of 9th to outside the world and X27's top 450 earlier this season after numerous injuries and a loss of form. Willett credits coach Sean Foley, who formerly coached Tiger Woods, and fitness trainer Kev Duffy for his resurgence, first teaming up with Foley at last year and X27's US PGA Championship when he admitted he was pretty low and open to trying anything to save his career. The move paid off and Willett was slow in climbing the world rankings with 3 top 10 finishes on the European Tour this season, including a tie for 7th in Turkey a fortnight ago. Having started the final round in a share of the lead with Reed, Willett surged 3 shots clear with a long-range eagle on the par 5 second and a birdie on the 7th. That lead was wiped out after bogeys on the 10th and 12th, but Willett responded brilliantly to birdie the 14th, 15th and 17th before a heart-stopping moment on the last, where his drive somehow finished inches short of the creek which runs the length of the hole. Danny Willett admits he despised golf as he suffered through his personal version of Groundhog Day but will enjoy battling it out for the DP World Tour Championship title, regardless of the result. Former Masters champion Willett and current green jacket holder Patrick Reed share the lead on 14 under par heading into the final round of the season-ending event in Dubai, with Jordan Smith 1 shot behind at Jumeirah Golf Estates. Lee Westwood, who is seeking back-to-back wins following his victory in Sun City last week, is 2 shots off the lead alongside halfway leader Matt Wallace and South Africa and X27's Dean Burmester, with Rory McIlroy 5 adrift after a 71 which included a double bogey on the 17th. And with Tommy Fleetwood effectively conceding defeat to Ryder Cup partner Francesco Molinari in the battle to win the race to Dubai, the stage is clear for a final round shootout which could signal an emphatic end to Willett and X27's on-course struggles. It is very pleasing to see results out here and even at home when I practice I can see what is potentially around the corner, Willett said after a third round of 68. There were times when I was despising golf because it was like Groundhog Day, turn up, be in pain, miss the cut and repeat. When I met up with Foles, coach Sean Foley, at last year and X27's US PGA I was pretty low and open to trying anything and that from day onwards we and X27's been on a good path and elongating a career that would have been disappointing to stop after 5 years because of being injured. Willett has not tasted victory since winning his first major title at Augusta in April 2016 and was outside the world and X27's top 450 earlier this season following numerous injuries and a loss of form. But the 31-year-old from Sheffield has also shown signs of improvement with 3 top 10 finishes and said recently he no longer felt like golf and X27's version of Humpty Dumpty. It was a very dark place, he added. There was no light coming through the trees. Just a big stump in front of my ball. My main goal this year was not really a golfing goal, but body-wise. If I could finish the season healthier and fitter than I started the season, I would be somewhere near and that and X27's exactly what we and X27's done. I and X27's am not going to lie. It would be an amazing thing to win, but regardless of what happens, just looking more in the long term of my career, really, is pretty good. Reed shrugged off an indifferent warm-up and stiff back to card a 5 under par 67 as he looks to end the season on a high with his first win since making his own major breakthrough at Augusta. With the limited schedule that I play over here on the European Tour, to have a chance to go out and finish the year off right and win a golf tournament, give myself a little early Christmas gift of a trophy, "Would be amazing," Reed said. Fleetwood admitted his chances of lifting the trophy had disappeared with a lifeless 74, which left him just a shot ahead of Molinari but, more significantly, 8 strokes behind Willett and Reed on an densely packed leaderboard. "Today pretty much summed up the second half of the season," said Fleetwood, who needs to win the title to have any chance of overhauling Molinari on the money list. X27:V done plenty of good stuff in tournaments and then had days like today. At the end of the day it and X27:S just golf, but it does hurt when you have days like that. I feel the adrenaline might have gone now. I think you kind of know when your time and X27:S up. I lasted within 2 days of the end of the season and like I and X27:V said, it was always a stretch trying to win it." Matt Wallace carded a second round 65 to move into the lead as he bids to cap a fine season with victory in the DP World Tour Championship. Unfortunate to miss out on a Ryder Cup spot having won the maiden Denmark days before Thomas Bjorn selected his wild cards, Wallace is now looking for his 4th title of the year and biggest of his career so far. Not bad for your #DPWTC debut. AOFY won 4th leader by 1. #DPWTC #Rolex Series pic.twitter.com/EJK9Wymxgen. The Englishman started Friday in X27:S round with a birdie from 20 feet and a burst of 3 and 4 holes from the 11th saw him reach 11 under. Wallace missed a short putt for a further birdie at the last but will nevertheless enter the weekend 1 shot ahead of Danny Willett, who fought back from a slow start to make it back-to-back rounds of 67, Adrian Otaegui and Jordan Smith. I and X27:V got rid of all the expectations, explained Wallace. I and X27:M playing with freedom. Last week was the best I and X27:V had mentally. Rory McIlroy is 3 back after a serene 67 which ought to have been lower, the 4-time major champion missing opportunities at the 5th, 7th, 8th, 11th, 12th, 15th, 17th and 18th after a near-flawless tee-to-green display. McIlroy, chasing his 3rd win in the event, was outscored by playing partner Patrick Reed, whose putter was far more reliable in a round of 66 which saw the Masters champion move inside the top 5. He and number 39:S going to have to work it up and around these trees. Ethio cubed over to you at McIlroy Rory. pic.twitter.com/35voif2k8 Harvey McIlroy was nevertheless delighted to move into contention after some indifferent form in his 2 starts since helping Europe regain the Ryder Cup at the end of September. I have to be pleased, the 4-time major winner said. It and X27:S a massive improvement considering the golf I and X27:V played the last couple of weeks. To shoot 2 scores in the 60s is great. I just want to give myself another chance to win a golf tournament. I and X27:V given myself plenty of chances this year. I just haven't and X27:T capitalized on those chances. Tommy Fleetwood and X27:S race to Dubai hopes improved with a round of 67 which saw him keep pace with McIlroy, as rival Francesco Molinari slumped to a 73 which saw him drop outside the top 25. Fleetwood still needs to win the event if he and X27:S to defend his season-long title. But if he does so and Molinari fails to climb inside the top 5 he will have completed an impressive turnaround to deny the Open champion a first money list success. Race to Dubai leader Francesco Molinari stumbled home after what had been a fine start to the DP World Tour Championship at the Earth Course. Teeing off in the final group alongside Tommy Fleetwood, the other half of the and X27:Moliwood and X27 partnership so successful at the Ryder Cup. Molinari carded an opening 68 to sit 2 off the lead but ought to have been closer to the top. A bogey at the 15th, where the Italian 3-putted from 20 feet, was his first mistake and another arrived in similar fashion at the 18th, where the Italian and X27:S birdie putt raced past the hole before he missed the return. Molinari, who would be the first Italian to finish top of the money list, said, "It and #X27 only Thursday, so there are so many things that can happen. Both of us did not hit the ball our best, but we managed to scramble well and close out 2 decent rounds. I did a good job of thinking shot by shot, and that and #X27 what I need to do. I don't and #X27 think there is any benefit to thinking about what ifs. It and #X27 too early." After Fleetwood birdied the final hole, having appeared set to make bogey, the Englishman carding a 3-under 69, there is life in the season-long battle between the two friends who are fighting to be crowned the European Tour and #X27 Golfer of the Year. Fleetwood will need to win the event and hope Molinari finishes 6th or worse if he and #X27 to defend his race to Dubai title, but his prospects of doing so were significantly enhanced over the final hour of Thursday and #X27 first round. 4-1 Ram 8-1 McIlroy 9-1 Molinari 12-1 bar Jordan Smith, the Englishman who has returned to form over the last 3 months, shares the lead with straight-hitting Spanish player Adrian Otaegui. Smith was level par through 12 before picking up 6 shots over the final 6 holes, including an eagle at the 14th, whereas Otaegui and #X27 progress was more serene in a bogey-free start to the tournament. Defending champion Jon Rahm is a shot behind on 5 under after an eventful end to his round, first 3-putting for bogey at the 16th. Then making an excellent bogey putt having found water at the 17th, before a tap-in birdie at the last. Rahm had moved to 6 under when his approach to the 15th hole came to rest inside 4 feet, but was ultimately relieved to get a shot back at the 18th, where he faced an awkward stance for his second but recovered before firing a wedge in close. Danny Willett and #X27 resurgence continued with a 5 under 67 to match Rahm and #X27 while Ross Fisher, Hao Tong Lee, Thomas Pieters and Matt Wallace joined Molinari to make up the group on 4 under, 2 behind and tied for 5th. It and #X27 a shame it and #X27 the last event of the season, said Willett, who was 7th in Turkey a fortnight ago. From June, July onwards we were making better strides and we could work harder and work longer, and that and #X27 had a big impact. Now we and #X27 re on track, and we and #X27 re able to work a bit harder, and I and #X27 am seeing the results quite nicely in practice, and in Turkey it was nice to kind of take it to the golf course. We got here and have the ball under nice control and the movement is pretty good. We and #X27 we got 54 holes left in the year and we'll just play till the bell goes and see where we finish." Rory McIlroy and #X27's bid for a 3rd victory in the event began with 2 birdies in his opening 3 holes, before back-to-back bogeys immediately after undid the good work. Still, the world number 6 remained patient and birdied the 6th, 8th and 18th holes to get to 3 under and 3 back. The perfect finish from the defending champ @FY'14 #DPWTC #Rolex Series picked out twitter.com/CAFXFewHSM.